When you think of Russia, what comes to your mind? It's definitely President Vladimir Putin. He was once a spy for the Soviet Union and is now the leader of the nation that has the most nuclear weapons in the world. And Putin is no ordinary leader. You'd be a fool to mess with him. His almost 2-decade-long rule has shown many shades of his as a political leader. But does that mean that elections in Russia hold no significance? Well, here's what you need to know about the 2024 presidential election. Russian citizens are all set to vote between March 15th and 17th. Over 110 million voters will cast their ballots and choose their leader. Though the Russian president is one of the most popular faces in politics, there are others who are contesting against him. Putin has 3 opponents. Nikolai Kharitonov is a 75-year-old communist leader who got close to 14% of the votes in 2004. This is compared to Putin's gigantic vote share of around 72%. Next is Leonid Slutsky. According to an opinion poll, the 56-year-old leader of the Nationalist Liberal Democratic Party has only 4% of Russians backing him. And lastly, the youngest of the lot is 40-year-old Vladislav Davankov. Opinion polls show that the New People Party leader has only 5% of the support. And here's the catch. Russia has only accepted the candidature of those who support the war against Ukraine. Candidates like Boris Nadezhdin and Yekaterina Duntsova did not get a chance to be on the ballot because they oppose Putin's war. Incidentally, none of these contenders share the popularity that Putin has. Putin is eyeing his 5th presidential term. He's all set to become the longest-serving Russian leader, surpassing Soviet-era leader Joseph Stalin. But it's not just the number of years in power that make Putin who he is. His strong masculine image and his confrontational approach towards the West often brings back memories of Leonid Brezhnev, the man who strengthened the Soviet Union's domination over Central and Eastern Europe and achieved nuclear parity with the United States. That's why Putin is lauded as a father of the nation figure who has restored national pride. He's often seen as the man who expanded Russia's global clout. But it's not all hail and glory. Putin's critics accuse him of overseeing a corrupt authoritarian system and invading Ukraine in 2022. The West has also accused him of getting his staunch critic Alexei Navalny killed in prison. And Putin's biggest critic is now Navalny's widow, Yulia Navalnaya.
And then Putin killed my husband, Alexei Navalny. On his orders, Alexei was tortured for 3 years. He was starved in a tiny stone cell, cut off from the outside world, and denied visits, phone calls, and then even letters. And then they killed him. Even after that, they abused his body and abused his mother. On the one hand, the public murder has once again showed everyone that Putin is capable of anything and that you cannot negotiate with him.
Putin is also accused of suppressing other opposition, from a crackdown on those who attended Navalny's memorial service to curbing the dissent of wives of Russian conscripts fighting in Ukraine. Putin sidelines opposition like a true strategist.
For those of you who are here and who have lost their sons, of course, it is connected with thoughts about this tragedy. And on that, I want to say that it's impossible to come out with some formal stock phrases expressing my condolences. But I want you to know that I personally, the entire leadership of the country, we share your pain.
But irrespective of the opposition, Putin has managed to stay in power since 1999. He started as the Prime Minister and became President in 2000. After 2 consecutive terms, Putin again became the Prime Minister in 2008. He returned to the presidency in 2012 when the presidential terms had been extended to 6 years. He became president again in 2018. Even as the law suggests that no president can rule for more than 2 terms, here's how Putin's tenure can continue till 2036. In 2020, Putin formally reset his own presidential term tally to 0 from 2024 with amendments to the Russian constitution. But keeping the politics aside, Putin will continue to be a favorite among Russians. That's because he has more to offer than just a strong throne game. Not many know, but the former KGB operative has a keen interest in certain sports. He's often seen skiing and playing ice hockey. He is a trained martial arts practitioner, and who doesn't know about his iconic horse riding activities? Putin is known for being an avid animal lover and has multiple pet dogs. This explains the multiple visits he's made to wildlife conservation sites across Russia. Despite having a soft side, it is unlikely that Putin will soften up as a leader, particularly when there's a war to fight. But how will Putin's presidency pan out for the future of Russia? For that, we'll have to wait and watch.